so when Picasso was drawing and painting his Cubist pictures, he was taking pieces of his still lifes and his realistic drawings and breaking them up into pieces for his paintings. So I'm going to start by picking a part of this picture that I like. I really like the curve of the guitar right here. And so on my picture, I'm going to find a spot. I'm going to draw nice and big so I have room to paint it next time. And I'm going to draw the curve of that guitar. But instead of drawing the whole guitar, I'm just going to kind of like draw a line to cut it into one piece. So now you can see I have one piece of my guitar. All right, and now I'm going to look at my guitar and I'm going to find another piece I like. And I really like this piece here. I think that this is a really nice detail. So I think I might, let's see, maybe I'll turn around my picture and I'm going to draw that piece right here. So I'm going to come up and I'm going to draw that piece right there. And I really like these details here where I have the circles and the strings. So I'm going to copy those onto here. Circle, circle. And the pegs are out here. That looks really nice. I like that too. So I'm going to go ahead and put those out. And these will be some fun details that when I go to paint them, I will have some cool stuff to paint, which will be fun too. And then the strings, I really like how the strings kind of wrap around here and come down and go around. That looks good. I like that a lot. Let's do that one here too. And it wraps around and it comes up and it wraps around. That looks pretty good. I like that. All right, so another detail I noticed that I like a lot is this one right here with the rectangles and the lines and the dots and the strings. So I'm gonna find a spot where I can put that. Maybe I'm gonna have it kind of come out on an angle. And I'm just going to draw myself a nice big rectangle. You notice I'm drawing kind of big. I want this to look pretty big. And I noticed that on her she's got 2 lines here and then dot, 2 lines, dot, 2 lines, dot. So in that close up, so I'm going to do 2 lines on these guys. And once I have my 2 lines, then I'm going to go back and put in my dots. And I'm going to draw my strings. I'm going to have my strings go all the way across my guitar here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more, I think, 6. Okay, so that's looking pretty good so far. I still have some big spaces here, so I want to find some other details I want to draw. Down at the bottom of the guitar was kind of this triangular piece here that helped hold the strings in place, so I think I'm going to put that guy in here, and it had some little circles, so I'm going to put those circles in there. I noticed that, I really liked that shape that where you had the sound holes, so I'm going to go ahead and draw that guy, and I might even have that overlap here. Oh, and I forgot that piece on the other side, so I better add that in. Okay, let me see. Let's take a look at this, the composition, and think about what do I need to add and what should I put in. Maybe I'm going to put one more curve here to kind of balance out this side and that side. And I think I need something else right here. So let's see. What could I add that would make that look interesting? Maybe I'm just gonna put in a little bit of the detail that she drew right here, and I'm gonna put in a couple of those pegs. And I can mix them up a little bit if I want, and I'm gonna do some strings that go around there. String, string, string. Okay, and I like this. I think this is looking pretty good. And I also, you'll notice, filled up most of my page, which is something I really want to do so that I have room next time to do some painting. So once I have it drawn, and I really like the way it looks, then I'm going to cut out around the outside here. And I want to be pretty neat, but I don't have to be exact. Like around these pieces here, I'm just going to go around them. I'm not going to necessarily follow the line exactly because I want to keep the whole thing together. I don't want a whole bunch of different little pieces. That's part of the idea of drawing it big and kind of making sure that they're connected so that at the end I have a piece of artwork that's all connected, and this will be nice and big. You'll see that I used most of my page. You want to really use most of your page. You don't want it to be too little or it'll be hard to get into the details later. Okay, once I have it all cut out, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to use this piece of music paper. We know that Picasso used pieces of newspaper and used pieces of music, and he used those to decorate and add some details. So I'm going to take a little piece of the music here, and I'm just going to use my glue stick, and I'm going to find a good spot to kind of lay that in and glue it down. And I don't want to cover up any of my details. I'm kind of looking for a blank spot to lay that in. So right along this line might be a good spot because I already have a spot right there. And maybe I've got like a nice little curve right there. Maybe I'm going to take my music notes here and I'm going to do just a little bit of a curve there. And that curve I can fit right into the line of my curve right there. Is that, oh, that's a little too big. See how it's overlapping there? So I'm going to cut off the ends there so it won't overlap, and then I can put a little bit of glue on and I can lay that right into there and it will fit along the curve of that there. Oops, still have a little bit too much right there, so I'm going to cut off that end. Okay, and after I put in some different little pieces of my music notes, wherever you think that they fit best in your picture, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to slide my scrap paper underneath like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and start outlining all my lines so that I am ready to paint next week. Okay, and oh, final thing, please make sure, I forgot to do this and that was silly, please make sure with your pencil that you wrote your name on the back. All right, so that's what we're going to work on today. I want you to start to kind of work on making your Cubist guitars.